What? She she cut my hair way too short. Whatever though. What's going on, everybody? It's your favorite dating coach, Elliot Scott, and as you can see by the title below, we're going to talk about um, why a guy will pull away or play these games instead of actually dropping you and moving on. Now, I'm sure you know the reasons, but I do want to kind of touch on two things, okay? So if you haven't yet, please subscribe. Just click the red button below. I'll love you forever, but not as much as the ladies who click the bell notification that get my videos right away, okay? So jumping into this. Now, you know the first reason. It's because of the benefits. You got that booty. You got that booty plaque that he wanted to get his hands on, okay? And obviously, if I were to cut the ties and be honest with you, that's not going to happen, right? That's not going to happen. So if I were to say, nope, sorry, see you later, you're out, you're gone, not going to happen, no way, no how, it's over, okay? But at the same time, it's what women don't understand with men is it's never that drastic. It's never black and white. There's always that gray area. And that gray area is I do like you. I do and now of course this is with red flags, suppressed and no either side. Like he's not showing crazy shit and you're not showing crazy shit. It's just a normal behavior. What women don't understand is that guys have that middle ground, which is, but I do like you, and I do like you more than sex. Like, yeah, I want to have sex with you. And ladies, guys, that's just how guys are. Guys are sexual by nature. We're physical. We look at you. You got those curves. You got the booty plaque. Want to put my hands on it. Probably fits perfectly. I got some big hands too. So, you can't help it. But, women think it's one or the other, when in reality, it's like, I like you. You're attractive. You're fun to be around. You're cool. I'm just not looking for a relationship. And those are two completely different things. A relationship is a mindset, a lifestyle, a standard. Liking you, I can't help. We have a great time. But just because I have a great time with you, it doesn't mean I want that lifestyle where I have to answer to someone, have my weekends accounted for. I have to talk to you daily. You might say, well, that's because he's a piece of shit. No, that's not because he's a piece of shit. He just doesn't want it. And women say, well, he wants the benefits too. Well, yeah, like what person wouldn't? Would you want to pay rent on the house would you have if you can get away with paying rent? Actually, you know what? I don't even have to argue this because people do it with taxes all the time. If you could pay less in taxes, wouldn't you? If you can get this house for free and not pay tax or not pay on it or monthly rent, mortgage, whatever, you would do it. That's just human nature. It's a part of the survival mechanism that's built into us from an evolutionary perspective. I always say the job of every organism is to survive and reproduce. Advantages are one of those things. Resources are one of those things. If I'm interested in you and I like you and I like hanging out with you and I find you attractive and we get along for the most part and you're cool and we're hooking up, like why would I not want to continue that? Now, if you say that's not fair, then okay, I'm going to tell you the same thing I tell all my clients. Then why don't you just walk away? I always tell this to my clients. The reason you're in the position you're in for your actions, right? Now we can establish the guy's an asshole. We can establish the guy's a piece of shit. He's a narcissist. He's a player. We can establish that. Take him out. Oh, here. I don't care. Screw him. You are in the position you're in with the guy because you create the foundation by letting him do it. By him coming in and leaving. Coming in and leaving. Wait, hold on. Leaving, coming in. Leaving, coming in. Opposite way there. It's for two reasons. One, because you let him. And two, he thinks he can get away with it. So just cut him off. But of course, when I'm talking to my clients, they always say, I can't do that. I like the guy. It's easier said than done. And then there's an emotional response, which is true because we buy and we react based on emotions. But I'm not trying to make a case for the guy. I'm just saying why guys do it. It's because I do like you. I do think you're cool. I do think you're awesome, but I'm just not looking for a relationship. And if I were to cut you off completely, that means you're out. And again, you might argue, well, that's not fair to me. I completely understand. Then cut them out. And one more argument with that is there's the argument of logic, and this is for women. I side with women on this because I do believe morally something should be said. But there's the argument of logic versus morals, or morals versus logic, which is logically I'm not going to say anything because, like, the brain goes based on a reward system. Meaning, if I put my hands in the cookie jar, Elliot's little cookie jar, and I take some Oreos, and then my mom asks me, "Hey, Elliot, you idiot," my mom won't say that. "Where's the Oreos?" And I tell her, "Hey, I took them, Mom. I want to get my ass spanked," right? I mean, if I shouldn't have Oreos, your mom beats you for taking some Oreos, that's wrong. But, there's a punishment, there's a price for the punishment, kind of thing. Or the other way around. Whereas if I were to lie about it, well, now I can have my cake and eat it too. Now, is that selfish? Absolutely, because it is a drain of resources. There's only so many cookies there, which goes to the moral aspect. Is it fair to the woman? No. A guy should say what is up, should come forward and say something, and tell her, hey, you know what? I really like you, but he should just do it, but he doesn't. And I feel like that's where you find good men, where a guy who's honest and tells you straight up what he's want or what he's looking for and things like that. And the second thing I always say is it comes down to accountability and confrontation. Again, I side with women on this. Guys just hate the confrontation and accountability of things. I'd rather just not say it. And you can say, well, he's not a man. Whatever the fuck that means, okay? You can say, well, he's not a real man. Again, whatever shit. This is 2019. Whatever the hell that means. Some people don't even know I'm not even going to get into that, okay? But guys just want to avoid that bullshit, right? Because it's one of those things where, it leads nowhere. Now, is it his fault? Absolutely. He shouldn't do it. He shouldn't say it. He shouldn't pull some bullshit on that, and I do think if you do that, you got to pay the price, bro. You can't just hit and leave, but guys do that. But this, of course, as you see by the title of this video, that's what this is about. I'm not trying to make a case for either side. I'm just saying, if you want to know why guys don't just straight up tell you what's up, this is why. They just don't like confrontation and accountability. Women will not let a guy, which is not saying you should, but a woman would not let a guy get away with it as easy as you might seem. I know so many women who say, well, if he were just to be honest with me, it wouldn't be like this. That's not true. If you and I were talking for 2 months, and I felt like the relationship was right. Now let's say who cares what you're thinking? Whatever you are assuming. Take assumptions out. Let's say God is looking down on our relationship, and he knows without a doubt that I am being honest with you, that I'm like, hey, you know what? I really do want a relationship. I really am feeling this girl. I really do think she's cool, right? I'm not playing any games. But let's just say the relationship ran its course. You would not let me out and say, hey, you're right, the relationship ran its course, especially if everything was going well. You would say, oh, hell no, Elliot, you just wanted some ass. You're just like every other guy. You're a player. You're a piece of shit. A lot of girls wouldn't, and I know this from experience and other talking to other guys and my client talking to my clients, a lot of people would not just let a guy get out, which again, I totally understand, but I'm saying even if a guy was being honest, there's, 50% of women who will not just be like, no, oh no. And again, I don't blame the girl, right? Because it's like, well, she invested her time, energy, effort, money, her resources into making this relationship work. And then out of nowhere, it's just like ripping off a limb. It comes out of nowhere. It's like, holy shit, it hurts. It sucks. What the hell's going on? And it just caught you off guard, so I can understand that, but it's just like when a woman says, oh, I'm fine. I'm fine. Are you really fine though? Let me get some water here. Or Diet Coke. But a lot of women won't let a guy get away with it like that. So he'd rather just avoid confrontation and accountability. Who is this behind me? Well, just trying to break in my car, but they didn't see me here, motherfuckers. Look at, oh my God, this dog. I want a dog so bad. I got 2 fucking cats though, motherfuckers. Oh, I want a black dog too. So with that being said, ladies, I love you. Take care. I'm sorry it happens. I wish guys were more honest and more straightforward. And I just wish, hey, all my problems come down to communication, right? All my clients' problems come down to communication. If you're a better communicator and you find a guy, even if the guy's broken, if he's a good communicator, things get much easier, okay? So with that being said, I love you, ladies. Take care and peace.